How social engineering attacks work and how to protect yourself. Picture this. You're sitting at your desk, scrolling through emails, and suddenly, one catches your eye. It's from a company you trust, asking you to update your account details. The email looks legitimate, but little do you know, it's part of a sophisticated social engineering attack aimed at stealing your personal information. Social engineering is no longer a term for tech geeks. It's something that can happen to anyone, at any time, in today's digital world. Before we dive into how social engineering works, how to prevent it, and some real-world examples, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you'll be kept in the loop on future content that can help you stay safe online and much more. Alright, now let's jump into how social engineering attacks really work and, more importantly, how you can protect yourself. 1. What is social engineering? Social engineering attacks are deceptive tactics that manipulate individuals into giving up confidential information, such as passwords, credit card numbers, or even access to systems. Unlike traditional hacking, which might involve breaking into systems through software vulnerabilities, social engineering attacks target human psychology and behavior. Hackers exploit trust, fear, curiosity, or urgency to trick people into revealing valuable information. Think about it this way. You're much more likely to open an email that seems urgent or from someone you know. Hackers understand this human tendency and craft their attacks accordingly, making them difficult to detect. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot these tactics and avoid falling victim. 2. How do social engineering attacks work? Social engineering attacks come in many forms, but they all rely on human vulnerability, whether it's a lack of awareness or a natural tendency to trust others. Below are some of the most common methods. A. Phishing. Phishing is one of the most popular forms of social engineering, where attackers send fraudulent emails or messages pretending to be from legitimate sources. The email might instruct you to click a link, download an attachment, or enter your credentials on a fake website. For example, you might receive an email from what looks like your bank asking you to confirm your account details by clicking a link. Once you click, you're redirected to a fraudulent site where you unknowingly provide sensitive information to hackers. B. Spear phishing. Unlike phishing, spear phishing is more targeted. Attackers tailor their emails to specific individuals or organizations. They gather detailed information about their target through research, making the phishing attempt much more convincing. C. Pretexting. In pretexting, attackers fabricate a scenario where they need specific information from you. For example, someone might pose as a tech support representative, asking you to verify personal details to fix a non-existent issue on your computer. D. Baiting. Baiting involves offering something enticing to trick victims into revealing information or downloading malware. This could be a free download, a limited-time offer, or even a physical USB stick left in a public area. E. Quid pro quo. Similar to baiting, quid pro quo involves an exchange of information or services. Attackers might offer free tech support in exchange for access to your computer, leading to data theft or system compromise. 3. Why do social engineering attacks work? Now, you might be wondering why social engineering attacks are so effective. The answer lies in the psychology behind them. Here are a few key factors that make these attacks successful. A. Trust. Humans are inherently trusting. When we receive an email from a familiar company or person, we're inclined to believe it's legitimate. B. Fear and urgency. Attackers often create a sense of urgency or fear to compel victims to act quickly without thinking. For example, an email might warn you that your account will be suspended if you don't act immediately. C. Curiosity. Sometimes attackers appeal to curiosity. You might receive an email with an intriguing subject line, prompting you to open an attachment or click a link. D. Authority. Attackers may pose as authoritative figures, such as government officials, law enforcement, or company executives. Most people tend to comply when they believe they're dealing with someone in a position of power. 4. Real-life example of a social engineering attack. Let's bring this to life with a real-world example. In 2016, an attacker used social engineering to gain access to the personal email account of John Podesta, chairman of Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign. The attacker sent a phishing email disguised as a security warning from Google, which tricked Podesta into resetting his password on a fake page. This led to the leak of thousands of emails, demonstrating just how devastating a single phishing attack can be. 5. How to prevent social engineering attacks. Now that you understand how these attacks work, let's talk about how you can protect yourself. There are several strategies you can use to guard against social engineering attacks. A. Be skeptical. Always be cautious of unsolicited requests for personal or financial information, even if they seem to come from a trusted source. If something seems off, verify the request independently. For example, if you receive an email from your bank asking for sensitive information, call the bank directly to confirm its legitimacy. B. Verify URLs. Before clicking on a link in an email or message, hover over it to check the actual URL. If it looks suspicious or unfamiliar, don't click. Instead, go directly to the company's website by typing the URL into your browser. C. Use multi-factor authentication, MFA. Enabling MFA adds an extra layer of security to your accounts. Even if someone obtains your password, they'll need a second factor, such as a code sent to your phone, to gain access. D. Be wary of attachments. Never download attachments from unknown or unexpected sources. Even if the email appears to come from someone you know, verify with the sender before downloading anything. E. Educate yourself and others. Awareness is the best defense. Keep yourself informed about the latest social engineering tactics and educate others, whether it's family, friends, or colleagues, so they can avoid falling into the same traps. 6. Final thoughts. Social engineering attacks are becoming more sophisticated and harder to detect. By understanding how they work and taking proactive measures, you can reduce your risk of falling victim to these deceptive tactics. Remember, attackers rely on human error, but by staying alert and following the prevention tips we've discussed, you can protect your personal information and avoid becoming a target. If you found this video useful, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more valuable tips and information. Your support helps us continue to create content that keeps you informed and safe online. Stay safe out there.